Creak, creak, went the run-down old steps of Eastwick Apartments in the Bronx as Stacy Harper trudged up the stairs with her parents. She was visiting her friend Hannah Miller. She hadn't seen her in 5 years and had become friends with her because their parents were good friends. Stacy always thought Hannah was a little rebellious and leaned towards the bad side. Hannah had really yellow teeth, bad breath, and was always coughing. Stacy knew those were common effects of smoking, but thought Hannah was intelligent enough to know not to do that. As their parents were chatting up a storm, Stacy and Hannah decided to go to a party that Hannah's friends would be at. Stacy got to the party and they opened the door to see around 30 people standing around the place, all about 13, 15 years old, holding red cups most likely filled with alcohol. Stacy hesitated for a moment, trying to think over the blasting music whether it was a good idea to go in. She followed Hannah and was led into a small, cramped room filled with 3 boys and 2 girls. "Hi," Stacy mumbled. She felt a little awkward standing in the corner of a room with kids, including Hannah, that were all smoking cigarettes. The smell was unbearable, and the other teenagers created a gray cloud of smoke that hovered over the room. As Stacy was about to leave the party, she was stopped by Hannah's words. "Hey Stacy, want to try?" Stacy replied, "No thanks, I don't want to smoke." Hannah rolled her eyes and counted back. "Ugh, Stacy, you're such a wimp. Try it, it's not that bad." Stacy realized that Hannah's tone of voice had risen. Stacy was starting to get a little annoyed that these clueless teenagers were trying to force her to smoke. "No, Hannah, smoking is so disgusting and it makes me look worn out and unhealthy. Stop trying to force me to do it." Stacy was out of breath from shouting so much. "Fine, Stacy, but if you're not going to smoke, then get out," Hannah exclaimed at the top of her lungs. The whole party was looking straight into the room, waiting for Stacy to do something. This was astonishing. Stacy couldn't believe that people were calling her scared and a wimp for not doing something dangerous. Stacy was enraged. She clenched her fist, squinted her eyes, and glared at the pressuring teenagers. "Fine, I'm gonna leave, but at least I'm not the one that's gonna hurt my lungs and myself." At this point, Stacy was so fed up with Hannah and her friends. She turned and walked out of the party, heading towards Eastwick Apartments, ready to tell her parents and Hannah's parents the mischief their daughter had been up to. Stacy was perspiring and her face was beet red. She had never experienced something that upsetting in her life. Her mind was racing. She was thinking, if I'm not friends with Hannah anymore, then will my parents be friends? Will Hannah and her friends get arrested for smoking and underage drinking if I tell? Will I get in trouble for going to a party with people doing bad things? Stacy took a deep breath and knocked on the door, which was answered by Hannah's mom. The look of worry on Stacy's face has to be obvious because now Hannah's mom was worried that something went wrong, probably wondering where Hannah was. "Hi, Mrs. Miller. I was just at a party with Hannah and her friends, but I didn't feel well, so I decided to leave." Hannah's mom replied, "What's wrong, honey?" Stacy continued, "Well, I have a really bad headache and I feel a little queasy." "Just to be on the safe side, maybe you should go home," Hannah's mom said. "Okay, I'll go tell my parents." They said their goodbyes and the Harper family headed home. As Stacy was in the car, she spilled the beans about everything that happened at the party. She told them everything from walking into the party to refusing to smoke and leaving. Her parents were very proud of their daughter, knowing that she would never accept an offer to smoke, drink, or do something dangerous, even if the person offering was Stacy's friend. Her parents told Stacy that they were ecstatic about how mature Stacy acted and that she handled the situation well. The young girl asked, "What are you going to tell Hannah's parents?" Her mother answered, "Leave that up to us, Stacy. If worse comes to worse, you may not come to Hannah again. The important thing to know is that Hannah tried to be a bad influence on you, even if you were not influenced by her. You did the right thing by standing your ground and telling those dumb teenagers no." The girl knew her parents were right. She rested her head against the car window, but questions kept popping up in her mind, making her think about what Hannah's consequences will be and what her mom and dad will say too. A faint voice in her head said, "Why are you worried about Hannah when she's the one who is pressuring you and smoking? You should be glad that you stood up for yourself because if you took that cigarette, regret would be pouring over you." Stacy nodded her head, reassured by the thought. She closed her eyes and took a nap while going back home.